Okay, so we are live. Welcome everyone to today's session. The topic, obviously, if you have been added to our Telegram channel, you have seen there. We're going to study trigonometry today. So, 2 plus 4 plus 8, this session is for that. Cheers to your plus 4 or plus 8 in your days. So, first of all, quickly, guys, how are you liking our quality of our broadcast? If it's improving, or if you are lacking, if you have any such feedback, you can just comment it down right now. We'll pay attention towards it. So let's move forward with your preparation. Okay, so how is your preparation for exam going on? Has it been better or has it been worse? So whoever was in level 2, have you been able to reach the level 3, or are you still at level 2, or the level has decreased to 1? So any such person who is at any level, I seriously hope that you're gonna reach to level 3 very very soon. And we're gonna kill in your JEEs. Okay, we're gonna do excel. We're gonna score very very good marks in your JEEs. So wishing both of us good luck, and starting our today's session for that. Whoever does not know my name is Krishvi Srivastava. Okay, you can call me Krishvi, ma'am, the anything you like. And let's move forward. So Krishvi Srivastava, this is my name. My hometown is Lucknow. And tell me from where you are, like from where you guys are preparing, from which city do you belong? So let me know about yourself a little. So this is our topic, trigonometry. Today's session it's going to be on trigonometry. आप सबको पहले से ही पता होगा. So अभी मेन हमारा मोटिव है जेई मेंस के लिए पढ़ना, राइट? तो क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं यार? आता भी है कि नहीं? ऑब्वियसली आता है. Question comes in your question comes from trigonometry in your JEE means. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. Okay, now it depends, right? Maybe two questions or maybe one questions, but I'll tell you what, trigonometry is a concept that gets mixed up with another concept. Okay, so for example, if you are studying let's say you are studying binomial theorem, okay, and you have seen the question for binomial theorem. Maybe it has used the ratio of trigonometric ratio in that question, and their trigonometry is being applied there. So what it does it in JEEs, this is the most common thing which has been done. What it's done is you mix two concepts and the question comes from that. So if you have if you have not studied that one chapter and you have studied that one chapter very very perfectly, that question goes in vain. Your plus 4 goes in vain. And not only that plus 4, guys, the hard work you have put into that chapter, that also goes into the vain. Your time, your like every investment goes into vain, right? So for any such thing, what is the first step you gotta do? You gotta do is you cannot skip any chapter, because if you're skipping any chapter, you are taking the risk for the other chapters which you have prepared for. Okay, so with this fact, moving forward, you know the trend. So this is basically the mains paper trend. So in 2020, two questions were asked. In 2019 one, so basically in 2020 the shift started, like shift ones, and there were the dates for the papers. So seeing the common number of questions in the papers, so they were basically two questions, one questions, like two questions. It's not a miracle. Two questions can come from trigonometry very easily. Okay, and even if it is only one question purely on trigonometry, another question from the another chapter is definitely going to make use of trigonometry in the second question. Okay, two questions are definitely going to take use of this trigonometry concept, so you cannot afford to miss this topic. Okay, now let me greet my students. So hello, gaming is saying congrats for the 1K subscriber, thank you. And Tejas is saying hi. Hi Tejas, and you're at level 3. Very, very good luck to you. And I hope you continue this level. And I hope you're going to score very good marks in your JEEs. Okay. Now we have Rashwani Piyush from Mumbai. Okay. Saksham Batija was waiting. So I hope your wait is over now and we're going to study trigonometry today. And play back with Ankit Singh. कैसे कैसे नाम रखते हो यार तुम? प्ले बैक विद अंकित सिंह रख लो. अच्छा नाम है. ठीक है, चलो फॉरवर्ड, मूविंग फॉरवर्ड. ट्रेंड के बारे में बात कर ली. अब बताओ यार, seeing such questions, interval is given, equation is given, how you will solve this question? Can you solve this question right now? Can you solve this question? Even if you cannot, we will solve this question today only. Okay, so do you want me to solve this question first, or do you want me to first go through the formulas and some concepts and then come back to this question? Okay, so waiting for your response. ABJ, actually APJ. Okay, yeah, it's changed to APJ Academy. Okay. Uh, Hello Kiming is congratulating me for the 1K subscriber. Thank you. We are very happy. And to make me more happy, you need to subscribe the channel right now if you have not subscribed the channel yet. Okay. So this question, then such questions like we have this cos theta and sin theta in one equation. We have two different ratios in one equation. And then you have to find out the sum elements of S. So S is basically given the equation and the theta is given like in this range it's coming out. So you have to find out in these this is like an MCQ type of question, and you have to find out which is the correct option. Okay, so these type of question, how it is done, you see the question, you know that yes it can be solved as an easy question, but you don't know how to start such questions. Okay, so for any such thing you can, we will tell you how to approach the question, what should be your thought process, how should your steps go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3. This insect is troubling to me since 1 hour. I don't know if he or she wants to study, if he or she wants to irritate. Okay, moving forward. So we have this Telegram channel, guys. If you are not added to our Telegram channel, scan the code, get yourself added to our Telegram channel. यार सारे announcements सब कुछ तुम्हें उसमें मिलेंगे. All the PDF materials, free classes, announcement, discounts and prices. हमारे life के बारे में हम बता देंगे, notify कर देंगे. Before half an hour, before 15 minutes, yes, we are going live. You can watch us. You can catch us live at this, and every such notification is on Telegram for all the amazing coupons and discounts. Get yourself added to the Telegram channel right now. Okay, Lokesh came in. Okay, his name is Lokesh. Okay, so before starting, let's just do one question and then we will move forward. Okay, so that is going to maintain your interest. So firstly, in this webinar, we will do this question right now. Okay, so before moving to the question, this has been given that, the interval is given that x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Why the interval is given in the question? Okay, why it is given? To tell you that importance, I firstly need to tell you that in which quadrant the ratio is positive and the ratio is negative. So for that, I'll draw a diagram for you all. Okay, let me draw that diagram and then we will move forward. Okay, let me find out an empty slide. I cannot find out. Okay, we need to do it here only. Okay, so let's start in the trigonometry slide. Okay, because I want you all to know firstly about the ratio and then we'll start with the theory. So in the trigonometry, this only, where here we will cover this. Okay, so let me draw you a graph. This is basically graph. Okay, so for anyone who does not know, this is basically first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Okay, so this is the first quadrant, this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, and this one is known as third, and this one is known as fourth quadrant. Okay, so here the angles goes from 0 to pi by 2, that means 90 degree, right? Here the angle goes to pi, 180 degree. Here it goes to 270 degree. Every quadrant is for 90 degree. Okay, so it goes in this direction. It goes from 0 to 90 degree, 90 degree to 180 degree, 180 degree to 270 degree, and then 270 degree to 360 degree. Here it comes out to be 360 degree. Here it comes out to be 270 degree. Okay, this is third and this is fourth. So in the first quadrant, all the ratios are positive. That means all the ratios are positive. We are talking in which quadrant which ratio is positive. This is very important to do any question, because you need to know about the intervals, because at every question of trigonometry you will face these interval issue. Okay, so this concept should be very clear in your mind. All means I am talking about sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec and cot. So all be this. Okay, in second quadrant everything is negative except sine and cosec. So sine and cosec is positive in second quadrant. Okay, and in third quadrant what is positive? Tan and cot, this is positive. In fourth quadrant cos and sec is positive. Okay, so this is the graph for the trigonometric ratios. This defines that in which quadrant the ratio is positive and at which quadrant the ratio is negative. You need to remember it. First quadrant, carelessly, all ratios positive. 0 to 90 degree. Okay, in second quadrant, sine and cosec. Sine, cosec, 1 upon sine, so obviously sine positive, so cosec is going to be positive. Similarly, third, tan cot positive. Fourth quadrant, cosec positive. Remember this thing, all sine, this tan, this cos. Just remember this thing, first, second, third, fourth, that these ratios are positive in this quadrant. This is a very helpful thing, because whenever an interval is given, you need to find out that yes, this can only belong, because there are a number of values that can belong to any quadrant. So that is why an interval is given. That means for the x value which we will have for the solution, for the trigonometric ratio we will have, that we will find out the value of x that is going to fall in between 0 to pi by 2 only. I'll tell you when you will solve this question. So you have sine x minus sine 2x. If you don't know the basic, don't worry, I'm just doing this question for anyone who knows the basic, and for making you know that yes, what were the basic thing that were required to do this question. Okay, don't need to panic that ma'am just started doing the question without teaching anything. No, that's not going to happen. It's just for what should I say, just to make you know that yes, this is how the questions are solved, and these are the basic thing which is required here. Okay, so we have sine x minus sine 2x plus sine 3x. Okay, so what you can do here is, you know the formula, that is sine x minus 2x. Okay, sine 2x formula is basically, we will do all these formulas in this webinar. 2 sine x cos x. And what is the sine 3x formula? Sine 3x formula is basically, it is 3 terms: sine x, sine 2x, sine 3x. So how you will make the equation easy? When all the terms will be equal to the likable terms, they are unlike terms. Okay, so how you will do this? Sine 2x, 2 sine x cos x, we got the value in x values. For 3 sine x, you can make the formula. For anyone who does not know the formula, we will study this formula in this webinar only. Okay, 3 sine x minus 4 sine cube x. Got it? So just substitute these values now. 2 sine x cos x plus 3 sine x minus 4 sine cube x is equals to 0. Done with this question? Just, it has just become a quadratic equation now. I'll tell you how. You have sine x, so you got this 4 sine cube x. Just do it like that. So we have 4 sine x plus 3 sine x, 4 sine x minus 4 sine cube x minus 2 sine x cos x is equals to 0. Then we will take out 2 sine x common out of this. Okay, what will be left? 2 sine x. What it is left here is 2 sine x. Okay, from this we have 1 minus sine square x minus sine x cos x. Okay, it is equals to 0. Then we have another thing, 1 minus sine square x. Then we can say 2 sine x cos square x minus sine x cos x is equals to 0. Then what you can take common out of this? You can take common sine x cos x. What it is left? 2 cos x minus 1 equals to 0. So what it is being formed in this question? We have it must not be visible, so what it is coming out, that is coming out to be, we not write here, sine cos x is equals to 1 by 2. Okay, sine x can be equal to 0, cos x is equals to 0. So that means x is basically, cos x is equals to 1 by 2, where? From 0 to pi by 2, this is given. From 0 to pi by 2, that means first quadrant. That means it is basically cos x 1 by 2 is at 60 degree. So you will form here, that is pi by 3. It's coming out 0. It can be 0 here. Okay. So then x can belong from 0 to pi by 2, because it is given here. So that is why we can write that x is pi by 3 comma 0. Okay. So you got this value. Now moving ahead, we have done this question. Now this question we will do afterwards, after the webinar. Okay. Now whoever was not able to understand the first question, you will be able to understand this first question. I will explain you again after this whole theory session, after all these formula session. Okay. So hit like for anyone who has understood the solution, who knew that yes, these are the things which were done in that question. Okay. So that I can understand that yes, these many viewers already know these things. Okay. So now you can see sign of supplementary angles are same. This is the basic information. The signs of supplementary angles are negative of each other. That means sign of minus theta, when you see sign of minus sine theta, minus comes outside, it's become minus sine theta. When you see cos of minus theta, it absorbs it. It becomes cos theta. Remember it like that, okay? Now, this information was very important when you have been seeing. And one thing more, when you know sine pi by 2 plus theta. Okay, so when you see odd angles, then what it does, the ratio gets changed. So for sine, we can convert it into cos, and that becomes theta. And we are talking about pi by 2 plus theta. That means we are talking about second quadrant. So in second quadrant, sine is positive. That is why it was here cos theta. Okay. Similarly, if we had here sine pi plus theta, okay, sine pi plus theta, pi is an even pi, okay, so in pi plus theta we are talking about third quadrant, okay, so in third quadrant sine is not positive, so here minus will come, but for even pi sine does not get changed to cos, okay, so it will be minus sine theta. You got it? For odd the ratio gets changed, but even the ratio does not get changed, sine gets changed to cos, okay. So I'm talking about the signs you need to decide it from those quadrant, the diagram which I drawn at the beginning of the webinar, that in first quadrant all ratios are same, in second quadrant this, and third fourth. So that diagram will be useful for that. Okay, now let's move ahead. These are the formulas, okay, these are the basic formulas which comes from your obviously it's not class 9 to 10 that it's only going to come the ratios that perpendicular upon base, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. No, that's it, that was it for class 10. Now we don't have such things, we have more things here. Okay, so here we have these formulas like sine a plus b is equals to sine a cos b plus cos a sine b, sine a minus b, sine a cos b minus cos. So how are you going to remember these four formulas? How are you going to remember? Are you going to remember it like that? I'll tell you what is the hint you can use. For sine, plus sign in between plus sign, sine minus sign minus sign, cos plus sign, it's different, cos different. Okay, so how are you going to see? For the sine remains same, 3s. For the sine formula, the sign remains same. Okay, so now, yeah, I know these are known as the transformation formulas. So how you know this? Actually, we will use the transformation formula later on. They will be converted into that, and you will use this formula to prove that thing. So there we will label it as transformation formulas. Okay, so 3s means sine of sine same. Okay, now just this thing and you're good to go with all these four formulas. So if the sign is same for the sign ratios, that means the components are going to be different. Sign of components are going to be different. Okay, now if the sign of sine is same, that means the sign of cos is going to be opposite, and the components are going to be same. Okay, so that means sine ratio, when you use sine ratio, the sign remains same. If the sign is same, then the component is different. And if the sign in the sine angle, sign was same, so in the cos angle formula, the sign is going to be different. This is how you can remember. By just one thing, 3s, you can remember all these four formulas. You can frame all these formulas now. You have sine a plus b. Now you can write sine is same, so component is going to be different. Okay, so how you will write it? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Now sine a minus b, sign remains same but component is different. Okay, so what is going to be sine a minus b? It's going to be sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Talking about cos a plus b, how you will write this? In the sine was same, so in the cos sine is going to be different, and if the sign is different, then means the component is also going to be same. Okay, sign and component opposite hai, sign same hai to component different hai. Just use this technique. Okay, so in the cos, sign is going to be opposite, so component is going to be different. So cos a plus b formula is going to be cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Cos a minus b formula is going to be cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Okay, just use this thing and you are good to go with all these four formulas. Now quickly tell me, what is the formula for sin a minus b? What is the formula for sin a minus b? Sin is going to remain same. What is going to be component is going to be different. So sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Good to go with all these four formulas. Okay. So now you remember all these four formulas. I have made you learn all these four formulas. Now you're good to go with all the four formulas. It's not been more than 5 minutes since I have been on the slide, and you are done with these four formulas. You are, you have learned all these four formulas, and not even in less than 10 minutes. Okay. So for that reason, subscribe the channel right now. Whoever has not subscribed the channel, कर दो यार, free है, अच्छा लगता है हमें भी, ठीक है. Subscribe the channel right now and let me know if you have subscribed the channel, and also hit the like button of my video if you are liking the video. It just motivates us to make more such videos and teach you in that way. Also, if you are liking the pattern, then we'll just continue it like that. So like the video for this, okay, and let me know in the comment section how you are enjoying this session. Okay, let's move forward now. Another formulas. Okay, so we have a lot of formulas in trigonometry, and I'll tell you what, you have to remember all these formulas. You don't even need to remember. In the previous slide, I made you remember all these four formulas in not even 5 minutes. Okay, so this is a very simple concept. If you will remember all these four formulas whenever you see the question, okay, and the question is being framed to another type of formula, you can just make out by even just looking at the question that yes, this question is being converted into that, and you can see the future of that step which you are doing in that question. So for that reason, you need to know all the formulas beforehand. Okay, you can get the value, get the formulas, okay, but this is very important to know the values very well, know the formulas. Okay, so now talking about the tan A plus B formula, I know most of you must be knowing this. Tan A plus tan B, 1 minus tan A tan B. How you will remember this formula? Tan A plus B. Simple thing, in tan nothing is like that. Tan A plus B, do it. Tan A plus tan B. Upon, if numerator is using positive, then denominator will use negative. So you have tan A plus tan B. So here we will use negative. So tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. Done with this formula. Now similarly for the tan A minus B we will do. Okay. So now for the tan A minus B, what you will use here is tan A, just like tan A plus B, we are using here tan A minus tan B one plus tan A tan B. Okay. Now similarly for cot, cot is basically the reciprocal of tan. So what you will do is 1 plus tan A tan B was in the denominator. Similarly for cot A cot B, it's going to be like that. See how you will frame this formulas, how you can remember. For cot A plus B, what you can do, in this there was tan A plus tan B in the numerator. So here you will use in the denominator, it will be cot A plus cot B here. Okay, and here it will be cot A minus in the cot A minus B, it's going to be cot B minus cot A. Okay, and what is going to be the numerator? Just like here it was 1 plus tan A tan B, so it's going to be cot A cot B plus 1, and here it's going to be negative, so it's going to be cot A cot B minus 1. Why is it so? Because here it was tan A tan B, so when it will be converted into cot, that means 1 upon cot, so that is going to be 1 upon cot, 1 upon cot. So why? So that is why the minus 1 sign is changed to here. Okay, that is why the minus sign is changed here, over the transpose. Okay, so just because of the reciprocal thing. So this is how you can remember all these four formulas. How you have remembered these four formulas? Four formulas you already done in the previous slide. Four formulas more. So that means 8 formulas done. Tan A plus B, tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. How? Tan A plus B, simple thing, tan A plus tan B. And if the numerator is positive, the denominator is going to be negative. So 1 minus tan A tan B. Simple thing, done. Okay. Now let's move forward. These four formulas done. You just have to relate everything, and everything is good to go. Now we are talking about the double angle formula. The double angle formula. Okay. Yeah, Kalpu told the correct formula. Actually, I know most of the students know the formulas. Okay. But I am just telling you in a way so that if you are watching this webinar, after this webinar, you don't need to look at those formulas to memorize it. You already have memorized it. That is just the motive. Okay. When I am telling you the formulas, these formulas are already given in your books. Okay. Why I am telling you? to make sure that you will remember all these formulas. Okay, this is the reason. So we have, otherwise I could have just said that, you know, just study double angle formula, transformation angle formula, and all these formula from a book, and then let's just start doing questions. No, that is not the way. They are very different type of students and they face a lot of issues. Okay, so for all my students, this is the webinar for you all. This 1 hour is going to be very productive. You should not be after this webinar that, okay, this I have studied and now I will just you know, look after it and then I will learn it. No, only after this webinar you are good to go with all the content which I have taught you in this. Okay, now for the double angle formula, we have 2 sine theta cos theta sine 2 theta. This is such a common question. Okay, cos 2 theta cos square theta minus sine square theta, tan 2 theta 2 tan theta upon 1 minus sine square theta, 1 plus cos, it's given like that. So this is basically the formula for cos 2 theta only. Okay, so what are the three formulas for cos 2 theta? That is basically 1 minus 2 sine square theta, 2 cos square theta minus 1 cos square theta minus sine square theta. Okay, now the question rises that if these are the three formulas for cos 2 theta, okay, so which formula should you use and when should you use? Like, how will you get to know that, ma'am, out of all these three, this formula I have to use? So the basic concept is the common sense here. When you are applying any formula in the question, you want to make that calculation easy, you want to make your question easy. Okay, this is your motive. So let me say that you have the value, find 1 plus cos 2 theta. Okay, 1 plus cos 2 theta. So what you will see here, at cos 2 theta, which formula should I apply so that the terms can get cancelled out, so that my calculation becomes easier. Okay, the terms become less. So cos 2 theta we have here is 1 minus 2 sine square theta, we have 2 cos square theta minus 1. So if I apply here 1 plus 2 cos square theta minus 1 formula, 2 cos square theta minus 1 formula, so 1 and 1 gets cancelled out. So what is left is 2 cos square theta. The calculation became easy. So you just have to figure out that by which formula the terms are getting cancelled out, the calculation is becoming easy, the question is becoming short. Exactly like that, if you have to find out 1 minus cos 2 theta, this is how the value it is given. This is basically the formula for cos 2 theta, and this is how these formulas are given. So we have 1 minus cos 2 theta. So here you can apply the formula, that is 1 minus 2 sine square theta formula. Okay, so you got the value, that is 2 sine square theta for this. Okay, so this is how you need to know that at which point of time you are going to apply which formula. Okay, this is the major thing, the common sense. You have to make your work easier, you don't have to make your work tough. Not every time the difficult path is the easy one. No, it's sometimes a common sense that yes, this is making my path shorter, so just use it like that. So applying that thing with our modern generation, we are moving forward and we have done with the double angle formulas, and 1 2 3 4 5 formulas done. So 8 plus 5 13 formulas we have covered right now. This is the third angle formula. So now we have sine 3 alpha. This formula was used when we have that equation of sine alpha 2 sine alpha and 3 sine 3 alpha. So for making those terms into the like terms, I used the double angle formula and I used the sine 3 alpha formula. So sine 3 alpha, just remembering like that, 3 sine alpha minus 4 sine cube alpha. So whenever you see sine 3 alpha, this is the basic thing which comes 3 sine alpha. Then we have minus 4 sine cube alpha. These are the two components. So how will be the cos 3 alpha? It's obviously going to be different from the other formula. So here we have 3 sine alpha first. So here we will have 4 cos cube alpha. Here we add 4 sine cube alpha in the second one. Here I am using 4 cos cube alpha first. Then we have minus 3 cos alpha. This is how you're going to remember the formula. So now you know the formula for sine 3 alpha. So sine 3 alpha formula is basically, I'm not seeing the text now. So 3 sine alpha minus 4 sine cube alpha. Now you remember the formula. Okay, for cos 3 alpha, what you can write, we have 3 sine alpha in the sine formula. So now we are using 4 cos cube alpha in the first, and then we are using 3 cos alpha. So you remember the sine formula. Now you can frame the cos formula. You just have to relate the things so that you don't forget the things. When you write the cos, you can use yes, and sine 3 alpha it was 3 sine alpha. So in the cos 3 alpha, it will look like this only. So this is how you relate the things, and then you remember those formulas. Good to go with sine 3 alpha, cos 3 alpha. Then we have this tan 3 alpha formula that is saying to be 3 tan alpha minus tan cube alpha. Obviously tan is different, so it's not going to be like the same. Then we have 1 minus 3 tan square alpha. So 3 tan alpha, remember 3 tan alpha minus tan cube alpha, 1 minus 3 tan square alpha. How you can frame these formulas? You can frame this formula by using the equation of tan a plus b. In fact, a plus alpha plus 2 alpha. Just use this formula tan a plus b, and it will help you out to get to this point that you can prove this formula. Okay, so basically it all uses the basic formula and it just got converted into the different result, and according to the question we use the specified, we use the most favorable formula for that question, okay, to make our work easier. So these were the three formulas. So basically 13 formulas were done, and now three more formulas, so 16 formulas we have done already. 16 formulas done. Now can we solve, when can we prove this? So after studying these 16 formulas, can we prove this sine 2x minus sine 3x? So it's given, okay, sine 2x minus c is okay, so it's giving like that. So now let's just prove it. So obviously after this proof we will move forward to the more formulas, but it had been 16 formulas, so let's just take a break for that, and now let's just study some this proof. So how you will prove this thing? We have sine 2x minus sine 3x plus sine 4x. So for that we will write here the LHS part first. Okay, so we have sine 2x minus sine 3x plus sine 4x upon cos 2x minus cos 3x plus cos 4x. Okay, so this is our LHS. Okay, now what you can do here is, see, 4 plus 2, this is an even term. Okay, 4 plus 2 even term, and it can take the form of the equation sine a plus b. So how you will use this second step? Sine 3x, 3 plus 2, nothing. 3 plus 4, nothing is happening. It's making an odd number divided by 2. It's going to make our calculation tougher. So how you will relate that these two terms are going to make my equation easy? So I will use sine 4x plus sine 2x here, and putting minus sine 3x aside. Similarly for cos, I will use cos 4x plus cos 2x and keeping cos 3x aside. So we have this formula sine a plus sine b. Okay, so we have sine a plus sine b. So for that we have 2 sine a plus b by 2 cos a minus b by 2, and for cos we have cos a plus cos b. For cos the component is same. Okay, so we will write 2 cos. This is the easiest formula out of all these 4 formulas. Okay, these are the transformation formulas. These are found by only that formula which I made you study of sine a plus b. This has used only that formula only. Okay, the two formula of sine a plus sine b, sine a minus sine b, we have used those two formulas to make this one formula. This is the same, just some differences, and we just frame these two formulas. Okay, 2 cos a plus b by 2 cos a minus b by 2. So these are the formulas that we are going to use here. So for anyone who will not be able to understand this step, you will refer to these formulas. Sine 4x plus sine 2x, that's making sine a plus sine b. So the another step is going to be 2 sine 4 plus 2, 6, 6 by 2, 3x. Then 4 minus 2, 2, that's going to be x. So it's going to be sine 2 cos x. Okay, then we have minus sine 3x. Then we have here is 2, just like that, 2 cos 3x cos x minus cos 3x. Okay, so now what you can see here, you can see sine 3x is common in the numerator and cos 3x is common in denominator. Okay, so sine 3x cos 3x common, sine 3x upon cos 3x, tan 3x. And then what you got left, 2 cos x minus 1, 2 cos x minus 1. Same, what you got, tan 3. Did the proof. Did the proof. Okay. Hi Divyanshu. I hope you will be on time for the next time. So the transformation formula which we just used, we just applied it and we just got the proof. So looking at the question, it looks so tedious that what is this 2x, 3x, 4x, and then tan, and then sine, cos, tan, everything is used in this proof. How will I prove it? Start. First step is to start and then think that how can you make the conversions. Okay, so let's move forward now. Now more formulas. Okay, so we are going to be full formula basi. We are going to start with our full formula basi. Okay, we covered 16 formulas. We were able to do this proof very easily. Now after these formula basi, I hope you're going to do the questions also very easily, because at the end our main goal is to maybe able to do the last year JEE questions. So the first question in the webinar which I did, the first question, that was the past year JEE question. Okay, that was not a model question or something like that. No, it was the last year JEE question. So you just saw that it was not such a hard level question. So you can do everything if you know the formulas. Now this formula cos theta plus sin theta by whole square is equal to 1 plus sin 2 theta. How you got this? Or just use a plus b square formula. You have cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2 cos theta sin theta. 2 cos theta sin theta is basically sin 2 theta, and cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. We got this thing 1 plus sin 2 theta. Now this is more 1 minus cos 2 theta upon sin 2 theta. These are basically the special results. 1 minus cos 2, this is very important. बहुत बहुत आता है यार, मतलब पेपर्स में ना क्वेश्चंस में कन्वर्जन्स हो जाते हैं. So the questions get converted into these things. 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 1 plus cos 2 theta is equals to tan square theta. Remember it, very easy. Tan square theta, 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 1 plus cos 3. You can prove it also by using the formula of cos 2 theta. You can get converted into the tan theta, and then you can get this formula. The derivation is very simple. The point is to remember this formula, because at the point of your examination you cannot derive everything. You don't have time for that. That is why you need to remember this formula. This is the important thing. You need to remember. Okay, 1 minus cos 2 theta upon sin 2 theta is equals to tan theta. Okay, so tan theta sin theta upon cos theta, one thing done. Now we have 1 minus cos 2 theta upon sin 2 theta. You can prove it very well. Just apply the cos 2 theta sin 2 theta formula, you will get the result. Everything is related to each other, but you don't have the time to prove in your exam. You have to remember everything. Okay, moving ahead, more formula. We have tan x plus tan y, tan x minus tan y. Then we can convert it into sin x plus y, sin x minus y. These all the results are very important. These all the results are very important. Okay, so I hope you, if you don't remember the formulas, I hope you are studying this webinar with a copy and a pen, writing all these formulas or taking the screenshots. But I tell you what, copy pen is very important for you all. No matter how many screenshots you take, the copy pen thing is like forever going to remain the same, because that just makes you memorize things very in a very better way as compared to the screenshot thing. Sometimes you're not going to even see those screenshots. Like for once a while, I believe that you will see that copy, that yes, I just wrote something, let me check my copy. But screenshots, you're not going to see that. But it's up to you. It's up to your shiddat, that whatever you are willing to. So it's up to you. Okay, so we have tan x plus tan y is equals to sin x plus y upon sin x minus y. So this is the formula. Remember, like tan x plus tan y, sin x plus y, plus. Okay, tan x minus tan y, sin x minus y. So this is how you just relate the terms and you remember the formulas. For tan pi by 4 plus theta, we have 1 plus tan theta upon 1 minus tan theta. This is also very simple. Just use the formula for tan a plus b. So what you will get, tan a plus tan. I'll do one thing for you all, because after this we will have tan pi by 4 minus theta. So that we will understand by this formula. So tan a plus b is tan a plus tan b, 1 minus tan a tan b. Okay, now you have, in the place of a you have pi by 4. So you write tan pi by 4 plus theta is equals to tan pi by 4 is basically 1 plus tan theta upon 1 minus tan theta, because tan b is 1, tan a is 1, so tan b is theta. So this is how you got this formula. Similarly, we got tan pi by 4 minus theta. You have that tan pi by 4 minus theta, you have 1 minus, I think it's not given, let me tell you for that. So for tan pi by 4 theta you have this, and for tan pi/4 minus theta, you have 1 minus tan theta, 1 plus tan theta. Okay, now let's move forward. We have cos theta plus sin theta upon cos theta minus sin theta, tan pi/4 plus theta. Done. You have this formula, cos 2 theta upon 1 plus sin 2 theta is equals to tan pi/4 minus theta. These are the formulas which you can just prove it by tan a plus b formula. Just apply cos 2 theta, and applying all those terms, the cos 2 theta formula, you can the sin 2 theta formula. It's very easy to prove. The main thing, obviously, I am telling you again and again, is to remember. Okay, drawing is full. So remember, this is the main key. Derivation, you know that yes, I can prove this. No, everyone can prove it, but you have to do that question in a such short period of time. This is the game. Okay, this is the game. The timing is the game. So that is how you're going to remember this formula, so that straightly you can apply it in the question. Okay, I am ready. I hope everyone is enjoying the session. We have cot theta minus tan theta is equal to 2 cot 2 theta. So this formula, this is so easy and so basic. So whenever you see cot theta minus tan theta is equals to 2 cot 2 theta, can you not prove it? Obviously you can prove it. How you can prove it? See, it's in LHS. So how you do it? Cot theta minus 1 upon cot theta. Okay, just make it into the conversion and do it all, and then you will Kavya Mishra Singh Hindi. So I'll do a 1 minute Hindi thing for you all. देखो, इस सारे फॉर्मूलाज ना बहुत इजीली प्रूव हो सकते हैं. इसमें तुम डबल एंगल फॉर्मूला लगा लोगे, इसमें tan a प्लस tan b का फॉर्मूला लगा लोगे. सारे फॉर्मूलाज तुम्हें पता है, सारे फॉर्मूलाज पता है. जो बेसिक फॉर्मूलाज होते हैं ना, मैंने तुम्हें पढ़ा दिए हैं. डबल एंगल फॉर्मूलाज, a प्लस बी फॉर्मूलाज. ओके, अभी क्या है ना, डिराइव करने के लिए मैं सारे फॉर्मूलाज डिराइव कराने लग जाऊँ, तुम भी कर लोगे खुद से यार. अभी तुम्हें मैंने जितने फॉर्मूलाज बताए ना, तुम उतने फॉर्मूलाज लेके डिराइव कर दोगे. बट डिराइव नहीं करना है तुम्हें. तुम्हें ये फॉर्मूलाज याद होने चाहिए. तुम्हें ये रिजल्ट्स लाइक तुम्हारे दिमाग में लिखे होने चाहिए. तुम विजुलाइज कर पाओ ये रिजल्ट. लेकिन ना, जब तुम क्वेश्चन में देखो ना, कोई इसकी जगह थीटा की जगह कोई डिग्री दिख रही है, तो तुम फटाक से ये फिगर आउट कर पाओ कि अरे ये तो वो है, सिंपल क्वेश्चन डन. क्योंकि टाइम नहीं होने वाला है तुम्हारे पास मेंस में. तुम्हारे पास आधा घंटा नहीं मिलने वाला तुम्हें क्वेश्चन. तुम उसका डेरिवेशन करने बैठ जाओ, फटाफट से फिगर आउट कर लो कि ये क्वेश्चन. नहीं, इट्स नॉट गोना हैपन लाइक दैट. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज कि जो तुम्हारा मेन पॉइंट है ना, वो है कि तुम्हें ये सब चीज़ें याद रहें, ये सब चीज़ें तुम्हारे दिमाग में दिखें, कि जब तुम क्वेश्चन देखो ना कि अरे ये तो वो फॉर्मूला है, ये तो वो रिजल्ट यूज़ हुआ है जो वहाँ पे देखा था मैंने, तो तुम फटाक से फिगर आउट कर लो. tan pi/4 प्लस थीटा को देखते ही तुम्हारे दिमाग में आना चाहिए 1 प्लस tan थीटा अपॉन 1 माइनस. देखने के लिए तुम फटाक से कर लो कि tan a प्लस बी फॉर्मूला कैलकुलेट कर. पर क्यों करना है यार, अभी याद कर लो ना. क्यों करना है? सब कुछ मूवी के डायलॉग्स याद कर सकते हो, तो ये नहीं याद कर सकते. कब हो जाएगा यार, तुम प्रैक्टिस कर लो. ठीक है, कंसेप्ट समझ गए, पॉइंट समझ गए बात मेरी. ठीक है, क्वेश्चंस मैंने अभी पहले तुम्हें सबसे पहले एक क्वेश्चन करा दिया था, एक प्रूफ भी करा दिया है बीच में. फॉर्मूलाज भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, तुम सबको याद कराना है. उसके बाद हम लास्ट के जो क्वेश्चन भी करेंगे, तो करते हैं सब. हमो क्वेश्चन मैंने इसलिए सबसे पहले ही करा दिया था, जिनको जल्दी रहती है ना क्वेश्चन की, कि लो यार एक क्वेश्चन तो कर ही दिया है, अभी शांत हो जाओ, अभी बच्चों को पढ़ा लेना, तो थ्योरी भी थोड़ी. उसके बाद प्रूफ भी करा दिया मैंने. ठीक है, अभी साइन टू थीटा की फॉर्मूले के बारे में बात करते हैं. तो वी हैव साइन टू थीटा इज इक्वल्स टू 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Cos 2 theta, we have 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. So that is what I'm saying. You see cos theta and you see tan, and this is being converted into that. So you can see cos 2 डबल एंगल में दिया, वो थीटा एंगल में दिया tan. तुम ये फॉर्मूला रिलेट कर पाओ. cos 2 theta is equals to 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. This is the main concept why I am telling you all these formulas, and why is it all we are doing this full formula bazi, to make your time safe, to make your questions easy. Okay, every formula is like one question for you all. Okay, this insect is troubling me from such a long time. I don't know if he or she wants to just avoid it. Okay, so we have proof. Okay, so whoever, तो जल्दी आएगा, टाइम पे आ जाएगा सब लोग. ठीक है, अभी चलो जो भी क्वेश्चंस के लिए बोल रहे थे, प्रूफ करते हैं ये. ठीक है, आ जाओ सब लोग. तो हम यहाँ पे हैं प्रूफ के लिए. सो दिस इज़ अ वेरी स्टैंडर्ड थिंग. ओके, और क्वेश्चंस के फॉर्म में आ जाता है, एक ही जगह डिग्री लिखी होती है और तुम्हें प्रूफ करना होता है. तो ये प्रूफ भी बेसिकली क्वेश्चंस की तरह ही है. तो प्रूफ में क्या होगा, मैं तुम्हें स्टेप्स बताऊंगी ना, तुम्हें दिख भी रहा है, तो तुम्हें समझ में आएगा कि थॉट प्रोसेस क्या होती है और मेरे को स्टेप्स कैसे अपने कन्फर्म करने होते हैं. ठीक है, So now what we are doing, proof, this is the proof. So cos A cos 60 degree minus A cos 60 degree plus A 1 by 4 cos 3. So here we will cover the proof. So we will start with LHS. एक फॉर्मूला भी हम इसमें यहाँ यूज़ करने वाले हैं. तो अब तुम लोग क्वेश्चन बोल रहे थे, अब फॉर्मूला बीच में बताऊंगी मैं क्या कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, cos A cos 60 डिग्री माइनस A cos 60 डिग्री प्लस A. तो बताइए क्या होने वाला है यहाँ पे. cos A cos 60 डिग्री माइनस A cos 60 डिग्री प्लस A. ये जो दो टर्म है ना, ये भी गायब होने वाले हैं. तो वी हैव हियर इज cos A. तो ये टाइप कैसे होंगे, लिख देती हूँ फॉर्मूला, तुम लोग को समझ में ना आए, जिनको भी समझ में ना आए. whoever is not being able to understand this formula is for you all. You will refer to this formula for understanding the second step. So cos 60 degree minus A. So let me write it in a generalized way. So cos x minus y cos x plus y is equals to cos square y minus sin square x. So basically this is the formula. Cos x minus y cos x plus y is equals to cos square y minus sin square x. Okay, so in the place of x 60 degree, in the place of y A. Okay, so what do we have here is cos squared y, that is cos squared A minus sin squared 60 degree. Okay, same thing. So now what you can write here is cos square, that is A, and that is coming to be minus sin square 60 degree. Okay, now what you can do here is cos A cos square A sin square 60 degree की वाली पता होगी ना, sin 60 degree. So sin 60 degree is basically root 3 by 2. So sin square 60 degree is going to be 3 by 4. Okay, so sin 60 degree was root 3 by 2, sin square 60 degree by 3 minus 3 by 4. So what do we got here is cos cube A minus 3 cos A by 4. So let me just multiply it here to make the denominator common. So what is the step that is coming out? 4 cos cube A minus 3 cos A upon 4. 1 by 4 is the common thing. And you know the formula for cos 3A. What is the formula for cos 3A? That was 4 cos cube A minus 3 cos A. So we knew the formula for this. What you can write straightforwardly here, that is cos 3A by 4. 4 we have taken outwards. So this was the RHS, and this is the same RHS that is coming out. So we have proven it. So hence proved, we are good to go with this proof. So that was the answer, and this is how you will do it. Firstly, you will choose that in which two terms you're going to start your work, which is going to make your work easy. Okay, then you are going to find out that which formula is being used here. So in this scenario, the formula which was used was this. So for the reference, you can see this formula. You can see this highlighted formula. This has been used. That was cos x minus y cos x plus y. That is basically cos square y minus sin square x. So this formula was used. Now I hope you have understood this. Let's move forward. We have another proof here. Okay, we have another proof that is saying tan 71 degree tan 64 degree 1 plus tan 71 plus 64 degree. How will you prove? Think. दिमाग चलाओ पहले अपना. ठीक है, बताने को फटाक से बता दूंगी मैं. देखो क्या दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, 71 डिग्री 64 डिग्री, दो टर्म्स दिख रहे हैं ना. इनको तुम मानो ए. ठीक है, 71 डिग्री ए है हमारा, 64 डिग्री बी है. ठीक है, tan ए प्लस tan बी ये कहाँ दिखता है, किस फॉर्मूले में दिखता है? tan के, tan इधर भी है tan इधर भी, मतलब कोई हमें इंटर कन्वर्जन नहीं करना है, सेम उसमें चल रहे हैं हम. ठीक है, तो हमें ए एंड बी दिख रहा है, tan ए प्लस tan बी, और tan में ही है सब. तो कौन से फॉर्मूलाज में होता है? tan ए प्लस बी में ही होता है ना. tan ए प्लस बी होता है tan ए प्लस tan बी अपॉन 1 माइनस tan ए tan बी, राइट. तो tan ए प्लस बी के फॉर्मूले में होता है. तो ए हमारा ये है, बी हमारा ये है. तो फाइंड आउट करते हैं. tan 71 डिग्री प्लस 64 डिग्री इज इक्वल्स टू tan 135 degree. And what is the value of tan 135 degree? What is the value of that? That is basically I would say 90 degree plus 45 degree, that is going to be minus of tan 45 degree, and that is going to be minus 1. How I calculated tan 135 degree? By using this tan 90 degree plus 45 degree. Okay. So what do we got here? We got cot 45 degree of minus sign, because in second quadrant it is talking about 90 plus 45. So it's coming in the second quadrant, and in second quadrant tan is not positive. So we are using minus sign here, minus cot 45 degrees, so that is coming out to be minus 1. This is how you find out the answer of minus of tan 135 degree. Now you know 135 degrees value is this. How you will write this? You will write this tan 71 degree plus tan 64 degree 1 minus tan 71 degree tan 64 degree is equals to minus 1. You know this formula, you have just applied this tan A plus B formula. Okay, tan A plus B, tan A plus tan B, 1 minus tan A tan B. I just made you memorize this in the earlier slide. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to prove this? Multiply it, na. Tan 71 degree plus tan 64 degree is equals to minus 1 plus tan 71 degree tan 64 degree. Okay, अब LHS में क्या है हमारा, ये इसको LHS में करते हैं. LHS में ये टर्म है, इधर करते हैं. tan 71 डिग्री tan 64 डिग्री इज इक्वल्स टू क्या बचता है इधर, इसको इधर भेज देते हैं. ठीक है, इसको हमने इधर ही रखा हुआ है, तो ये हमारा बचता है यहाँ पे 1 प्लस ये इधर ही है, 1 उधर जा रहा है तो साइन चेंज हो रहा है ना, -1 का +1 बन गया और ये साइंस वैसे ही रहेंगे. tan 71 डिग्री प्लस tan 64 डिग्री, आगे जस्ट ट्रांसपोज किया ना, यही तो दिया है यार, यही तो दिया है, आ गया ना, हेंस प्रूव्ड, डन, क्वेश्चन इज डन. LHS इज इक्वल्स टू RHS, इट हैज़ कम आउट. कैसे आया? tan A प्लस बी फॉर्मूला जस्ट यूज़ किया, हमने यूज़ किया tan A प्लस बी फॉर्मूला, एंड we are good to go with the question. We are just done man, proof हो गया हमारा tan A plus B फॉर्मूला से ही only. ठीक है, so I hope you were able to understand this proof. Okay, अभी क्या करना है, जो क्वेश्चन पहले उधर दिया था ना, जो छोड़ दिया था, उस पर चलते हैं. ठीक है, आई होप तुम लोग को समझ में आ जाएगा वो क्वेश्चन. तो क्या था क्वेश्चन? हाँ, क्वेश्चन वॉज interval given है theta का, and it is given in the equation 2 cos 2 theta plus 3 sin theta is equals to 0. So then the sum of elements of S. So it has been given that the theta interval is basically 2 cos 2 theta plus 3 sin theta. Okay, now इसमें दिया हुआ है कि sum of the elements of S दिया हुआ है. ठीक है, तो कैसे करेंगे हम ये? The equation is given 2 cos 2 theta प्लस 3 साइन थीटा. ओके, तो cos 2 थीटा को हम साइन थीटा में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, राइट? So we can do it in the form of 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Okay, then plus 3 sin theta, and it is being given equal to 0. So converting into the equation, that is coming 2 minus 4 sin square theta plus 3 sin theta. क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन बन गई है अभी, एक क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन बन गई और सम ऑफ एलिमेंट्स. तो अब एक क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन का ही कंसेप्ट लगना है इसमें. ट्रिग्नोमेट्री हैज बीन कंप्लीटेड. द ओनली थिंग इज यूज्ड इन द ट्रिग्नोमेट्री व्हेन यू विल रेफर टू द इंटरवल फॉर द थीटा. ओके, so let's just complete this question. So we have 4 sin square theta. I'm multiplying it by the negative sign so that the first term becomes positive. 4 sin square theta minus 3 sin theta minus 2 is equals to 0. So what can be the two terms for that? That can be, so what will be the how you will frame this equation? What will be its factors? Okay, the factors are going to come 2 sin theta plus 1 sin theta minus 2. Okay, this is how we can factorize this equation. Okay, so now what are you getting it out of it? Sin theta is equals to 2 पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, -1 to 1 उसका रेंज होता है. sin theta is equals to 2 आ ही नहीं सकता. So this is not possible, not possible. So basically what is coming out, sine theta is equals to minus 1 by 2. This is coming out, and this has already been given that it is belonging to the that is coming out to be minus 2 pi comma 2 pi. Okay, so how you can get minus 1 by 2? Minus 1 by 2 can be possible in the another quadrant, that is coming out to be minus 2 by 2 क्योंकि फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड में साइन इज पॉजिटिव. ओके, एंड 1/2 का हमें ऑलरेडी पता है. 1/2 तो किस में आता है हमारा, साइन 1/2, that comes out in 30 degree, but 30 degree is not possible because it is negative. So we will come in the fourth quadrant, that will be 2 pi minus pi by 6. Okay, 2 pi minus pi by 6, पहले यहाँ से स्टार्ट करते हैं. एंड इट इज आस्किंग द सम ऑफ द एलिमेंट. तो सम ऑफ द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ एस कैसे आने वाला है? फर्स्ट वैल्यू हमारी क्या होगी इसके लिए, माइनस 1/2 के लिए पाई प्लस पाई बाय 6, द थर्ड क्वाड्रेंट वैल्यू होगी ना. देन अनदर वैल्यू दैट विल बी इन द फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट, सो दैट वी विल यूज 2 pi minus pi by 6. देन वी विल यूज minus pi by 6. okay, then we will use minus pi plus pi by 6. How we got this? So, and now how you will just calculate it. You will just calculate it. These are the values because it is coming in the interval of minus 2 pi to 2 pi. Okay, so minus 2 pi to 2 pi. So we will cover third quadrant, fourth quadrant, and then we will cover it in the negative way. Okay, so these are the four values that is belonging to this interval. Now calculate it. So we have pi plus 2 pi, that is 3 pi. 3 pi minus pi, that is 2 pi. Then pi by 6 minus pi by 6 gets cancelled out, and pi by 6 gets cancelled out here also. So what do we have left with? We are left with 2 pi here. Okay, so 2 pi is the answer. So 2 pi is the answer here, and here also we just solved this equation, and here the answer was basically we are belonging to 0 to 1/2, so that was 2. So we were with this value of 0, pi by 3. So what were the values that were possible? 0 and pi by 3. So this was the answer out of all these questions, and 2 pi was this. So when we had to find the sum, that is why we just find. Yes, Tejas was correct. 2 pi was the answer. He answered it. Yes. So that was it for today, guys, and I hope you have enjoyed this session for today. And we have been covering all the topics and proofs and formulas in this session, and later on we will move more into details. We will do more complex questions. Okay, and we'll do more complex question even in the main class also. So for anyone who does not know about our main class, let me tell you straightforwardly without wasting any time. So this is about our course. We actually provide you a detailed version of our course in which we have all the formula sets, all the question sets, all the it is given in the form of the test PDF, so it has the all the question sets where you can attempt the questions, and we also provide you a solution video for you all, and that you can go through the hints of that questions. Okay, so this is the whole detailed way. We provide you the notes for that, we provide you the formulas, and then we teach you about the topic, and then we tell you about the questions. We also provide you the questions, and we also give you a video, a hint video for that solution. Okay, so this course is consisting of more than 90 classes, and obviously it's convenient. You have been studying from your home online platform, and from this COVID, online has become so convenient for me, for you, for everyone. It has made things easy. Syllabus from JEE Experts is designed from JEE Experts because, you know, for people who are not able to design their syllabus, who are not able to find out at which chapter should they study first, we have designed your syllabus, so you can just refer to that. We have this flipped classroom method, that is, this is what we are following, and we have this doubt solving practice. Obviously in live also, when you ask me straightforwardly, I just answer you like this. Okay, 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 this is how you are doing it. Even if some students ask me to teach you in Hindi, I change myself to Hindi, even though I'm not allowed to speak in Hindi. Okay, but it's all for you guys. So if you are asking us to do it, we will do it. Okay, फ्लिप क्लासरूम मेथड क्या है? ये है हमारा कि थ्योरी पहले, फिर स्टडी मटेरियल, फिर वेबिनार, फिर होमवर्क चेक. ठीक है, आई डोंट वॉन्ट एनी वन टू बी इन लॉस फॉर हिंदी और इंग्लिश. ठीक है, दोनों का ही फायदा होना चाहिए यार. लैंग्वेज का क्या है, नहीं आ रही समझ में इंग्लिश में, हिंदी में जानना है. मेरे को भी सही लगता है भाई नेटिव लैंग्वेज में, ये हमारी नेटिव लैंग्वेज है. बट ठीक है, बहुत से लोग होते हैं जिन्हें नहीं समझ में आ रही है हिंदी, तो उनके लिए इंग्लिश भी बोल रही हूँ मैं. ठीक है, तुम्हें कहीं दिक्कत हो रही है बता दो मुझे, मैं तुरंत हिंदी में कन्वर्ट कर दूंगी चीज़ों को. ठीक है, तो दिस इज हाउ इज फ्लिप क्लासरूम मेथड. थ्योरी प्रोवाइड करेंगे, स्टडी मटेरियल्स, देन वेबिनार लेना है, फिर उसके बाद होमवर्क, फिर उसके बाद होमवर्क चाहिए. 5 स्टेप थिंग है. एफिशिएंसी इंक्रीज करती है इतनी ज़्यादा, इट इज़ बीइंग फॉलोड इन इवन हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटीज़, आईआईटी दिल्ली में भी फॉलो होती है. तो ऑब्वियसली मतलब सही होगी. अब क्या है, every student is not the same, so every student does not need to have the same plan. So we have three different plans for you: light, smart, proficient. For anyone who is already prepared for means, go with the proficient. Anyone who is in the mediocre level, go with the smart. In the light, there's a drawback: we don't have this mock test option there, so I would suggest to go with the smart one. Okay, this plan is perfect for you all, everything has been covered. And smart plan, it's also economical and it's beneficial for you all. So for my in my advice, you should follow the smart. Okay, अब यहाँ तक आ गए हो, कुछ बोनस मिलना चाहिए ना. So this is the bonus for you all for coming at this point. You have this code JEE Math 30. Apply करो, flat 30% discount ले लो यार. And for this month, we have this special offer going on for this 300 rupees. You can apply it and you can get this course for 3,300 to 300, because we are new in this market and we want you guys to trust us. So that is why we are reducing our money level, because right now we are focusing on your growth, and this is because we know the importance. Okay, so you can just apply the code, you can get the course in 300 rupees. It's like nothing. When you go outside, you just eat anything and it just costs you 300 rupees. Like the bill obviously is going to come more than 300. Okay, so for your study you can invest 300 rupees. This is not going to be in vain, I promise you. Okay, now this was it for today. I have told you about a course also. So anyone and everyone, take care of yourself guys, और like कर दो वीडियो को. Like the video right now. Like the video right now. तुम लोगों ने like नहीं किया है ना यार, like करो यार. Or see you soon. And I hope you have enjoyed this session. Next session may be there, so we will enjoy more in the next session. We will do questions, proofs, formulas, theories, as well as everything. So what I try to do is, I don't try to make my class just a monotonous class, only doing formulas, only doing questions, only doing proofs, just covering everything up so that your interest remains same, and so that this whole 1 hour is remaining the productive one for you all. Okay, भी like कर दो जो भी बचे हैं, फटाफट से वीडियो like करो, and take care of yourself as well as your family. So this was it for today. Good night.